Starts every morning, 6:30 Eastern with First Things First. Then Skip and Shannon battle it out right here on Undisputed. Catch it Monday through Friday on FS1. Welcome back. UFC President Dana White is still with us. We're happy you're here.
Thank you.
UFC 232 tomorrow night here in LA. So we're looking forward to that one.
I'm very looking forward to it. You and Oscar.
Yeah.
Look,
he's an idiot, isn't he?
I don't know him. You say
you're lucky.
You easy things in competition. Do you feel this way about him because now he's in the MMA, he's in the fight business?
No, I mean, when this guy, before he ever got into MMA, he used to put on boxing events, and I used to watch his fights and promote him on social media and stuff. But you know, he just
you feel he took advantage of Chuck Liddell?
Yeah. It's not even that he took advantage of. First of all, Chuck Liddell fight should have never happened.
Okay.
Should have never happened. Period. Shouldn't have happened in any state, anywhere. The list goes on.
And he is a friend, longtime friend of yours.
Yes,
yeah.
I used to manage him first. Then, you know, when we bought the UFC, he fought for me for years. But the guy's 50 years old.
Right.
No, nobody should be fighting when they're 50.
Right.
It shouldn't happen. But Oscar came out and said all these things that were lies and weren't true about our business and what we pay our fighters, what we paid Chuck Liddell, and all these other things. And that was really what started the whole beef with he and I.
You guys are gonna make peace?
He's a liar. There's nothing to make peace about. The guy's a liar. He's an idiot, and he's an all-around bad guy.
Other than that, he's okay.
He's great.
And would you say he's a phony?
He's a total phony. He's such a phony, that guy. I dislike him as much as I dislike anybody on earth. I'm not a fan of his.
Did you respect him at all as a fighter?
Oh, 100%. I mean, that was one of the things. I was doing these other shows, and everybody starts talking about him as a fighter. It's ancient history, okay? It's a long time ago. Forget about what he did in his career and all his boxing stuff. Right here, right now, the guy's a liar and just a bad guy. It drives me crazy when people try to go back, but as a fighter, it's ancient history. Who cares what he did 15 years ago fighting? He was great and all that stuff, but now he's a lot. I'm trying not to say bad things on TV right now.
What about a fight between Johnny Jones and Brock Lesnar?
I like it. He's got to get through Gustafsson first. This fight on Saturday is a tough fight. This fight's going to be a war. But yeah, I mean, if he gets through Gustafsson in this rematch, there are a lot of good fights out there for John Jones. You know, him and Brock Lesnar have talked about fighting for a long time. I believe that John Jones would be a great heavyweight. And obviously, there's a lot of fights for him at heavyweight. There's still a lot of good fights for him at light heavyweight.
Who would he beat him? He's run through the division. Who else you gonna put him with? If he beats Gustavo, it'll be the second time. He's whitewashed the division at the light heavy.
He has, but there's always somebody next. There's always somebody who's gonna win. There's somebody next to fight, and I do believe, I mean, it's up to him. He's got to make that decision, but I believe that when you really talk about him coming back and cementing that legacy of his, going to heavyweight would be a great move for him.
Give us one last quick thought. Big picture. Could you ever see, years from now, UFC eclipsing the NFL in popularity?
Well, you know, if you look at what we're doing right now, I mean, globally, the only thing that is like this sport is soccer, you know? And yeah, we're going to continue to grow the sport. The sport is always going to be based off stars. You know, who's there at the time, whether it's the Conor McGregors, the Ronda Rouseys, the John Joneses, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, everybody gets fighting, everybody loves it, and it works everywhere, in every country, all over the world, and we're going to keep building it.
Boy, it's growing. Dana, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate your time.
I got Jones tonight.
Coverage of UFC 232 starts tomorrow night, 6:30 Eastern, right here on FS1.
Bones.
We'll be right back.
Bones.